I sort of don't know what to say, but I wanted to try anyway. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I've been lucky enough for the last number of years to pray with a group of grade school students. We do Mincha, the afternoon prayer, and we usually do Ashrei, a section from Psalms, and then the Amidah, the most frequently recited part of Jewish prayer. And we've been doing it every Tuesday and Thursday. And I just finished leading them in prayer, and I really don't know what to do with myself. What was I doing? What were we doing? And I was just looking at them and noticing that they were alive. And if prayer can be so many things to so many people, in this one moment it was really only one thing for me. I was doing all the things that we do. Reciting Ashrei, they were taking turns. I'm so proud of all their learning. I'm so proud of all the things that they have accomplished. They work so hard on their Hebrew and they're supporting each other. And then from that moment, the most important line in the Ashrei is this. It goes alphabetically, Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Daled. There's the pay line is Potech et Yadecha. You open your hand, God, and you give every living thing what it needs. Well, you didn't yesterday, God. And it's not fair. And these beautiful children that I get to pray with, I don't take their lives for granted. We can never take our children's lives for granted. And here I am trying to figure out how to pray to God. We move from the Ashrei to the Amidah, the most frequent prayer. We rise for it. And the way we do it is we do the first two blessings and then we take 20 seconds of just quiet feelings. I always say, whatever feelings you're feeling, they're between you and God. Feel them as big as you can. And so we do the first two blessings of the Amidah with the words, God, you've protected us, except you didn't yesterday. And then we do the second blessing, and the second blessing is about resurrecting the dead. Mechayei Metim. And, not every Jew recites the second blessing that way. In Reform synagogues and some other places, there are different formulations like Mechayei HaKol. God, you give life to all. And I was reflecting on how urgent it feels to say Mechayei HaMetim. God, you bring back the dead, because if there's one prayer that I can't begin to imagine what those families must be feeling, and what we feel from the distance, that we feel so close. God, could you just bring them back? Could you please end all this wrong in the world, the death in the world? Could you just do that? And then, I said to the kids, and I'm not sharing with them these inner feelings that I'm having, but I'm feeling them pretty big. I say, okay, now I'll count to the 20 seconds in my heart while you feel your feelings. And, then we were all quiet, and the feelings I was feeling, which I didn't say out loud, was, God, I'm so mad at you. I am so mad at you, and I am so sad. And from my perch, we were all standing in the library overlooking the sanctuary. I don't know why, but I wanted to run up to the ark and just punch. I just wanted to share how angry I was. And I'm grateful for the opportunity that the frame of prayer gives me every moment, gives us all. Every moment, both the fixed prayers and the spontaneous ones, the silent ones and the raging out loud ones. I'm grateful for the structure of the prayer, but the words really feel like they are only creating a reactivity, and maybe that's what they're for today. Maybe if I believe that God resurrects the dead, I can be strong enough to preserve life. And maybe if I believe God is there to protect us, maybe that's what we'll learn to do for each other. I look at these children, these gorgeous, gorgeous children. Of course, every child is all of ours. These children are not my biological children, but of course they're my children. I love them so much, and I never want them to be hurt. After these 20 seconds of my inner rage, my inner, very internal but very loud rage at God, I say, okay, I'm sure you have more feelings to feel, and that's what I say every Tuesday and Thursday. You have more feelings to feel, but together we're going to do Oseh Shalom. You, God, you make peace up in heaven. Would you please just make peace here on earth? You please just do that already. How many times do we have to cry and pray and rage while we hurt each other? Because I can't say someone else is doing it. It's a human being. Therefore, it's me. I'm doing this. I can't say it's someone else. I'm an American. I've allowed these people to be in charge and not change anything. So what I'm asking us all to do is not just pray, but feel your feelings as big as you can. And maybe step into the traditional ritual framework of prayer. But then when you close your siddur, when you close your prayer book, or you step away from that moment that you were called to close your eyes and open your heart and all those big feelings, maybe you'll make your prayer felt in the next action you take. Not some status update. And I'm saying to myself, not some poem or some newly composed prayer, but take action and mobilize people. If you hear about a national school walkout in April, and it looks like one is going to happen, you make sure that the schools near you all know that we will walk out of our schools until they are all safe for all of us. All of us. All of us. I don't even know to say Amen. How do you say Amen? I'm not even sure how to pray, except that I'm glad that something called me into that moment so I could look at those beautiful children and do what I'm supposed to do, and call upon you to do what you're supposed to do to preserve the lives of all of our children. They all need you. Mm-hmm. And if you don't pray traditionally, fine. Let's save a life. That's as traditional as anyone needs to be.